I'm just gonna come out and say it. 90% of your problems, they come down to your inability to communicate properly with your dog. The fundamental misunderstanding with communication is us thinking that dogs speak a particular language, English, Spanish, French, you name it. And even though sometimes it feels like they do, they don't. They don't speak any of that. They create associations with sounds. And the way they create associations is by hearing a sound and having an action that follows, that is consistent. So if, for example, whenever you say, "Oh, let's go for a walk," and everybody thinks that we have to spell out the word walk because they think that the dog will know what it is, and they do. And that's simply because every time you say, "Oh, let's go for a walk," "I'm going to take you for a walk," you go, you put your jacket on, or you put the collar on, you put your shoes on, the dog starts putting the pieces together, and that's how they create association with one word. It's just the actions that follows that never changes. The same happens when you say treats. Every dog knows what a treat means, because every time you say, "Hey, do you want a treat?" without a doubt, they're getting something to eat. They're getting something good. That's how they process sounds. That's why sometimes it feels like they understand us, is because their ability to create those associations is fantastic. So we gotta be aware of it, because it's a great thing and a bad thing all at once. And the way I see sounds is I put them in 3 categories. The first one, the one that I like to use a lot, is called attention grabbing sounds, and that's just like sharp sounds like whistles, tapping on the leg. It really doesn't matter. Something that, whatever that is gonna cut through the noise to get your dog's attention, and you'll know that they work because your dog is physically gonna, I don't know, twitch an ear or look back at you, whatever. There's gonna be a physical response to that sound, right? Once you get his attention, you can use your body language to propose an alternative, right? Like let's say you crouch down, and that should trigger your dog to come to you. If you haven't seen my body language video, it's somewhere, the link will be around, but I think body language will help a lot of your problems very, very quickly. And that's a skill that doesn't live and die with one dog. It's a skill that you get to communicate with all the dogs in the planet. So I think it's worth the extra effort to learn it. The next category will be suggestive sounds. That is similar to commands in the sense that we are using actual words, but we are gonna create an action, a physical action from our part, to trigger the response that we want. If I wanted to have my dogs to come with me at once, and I'm in a rush, I'm in a picture, I need them to move. I don't know, there's a sick raccoon over there, or whatever, it doesn't matter. What I do, how I condition that is, I say, "Let's go," and I start running. And I just go, I commit to my movement. And 9 out of 10 times, that works like a charm. But if it doesn't, it's not a big deal. There's no expectation. I just want them to create associations that whenever I say that word, I'm gonna move, right? I don't care what you're doing. I'm moving. You don't have to use a specific word. You can do whatever comes natural to you. Which is the beauty of it. So you just do it and make sure that there's the same action coming out of you every time, and you continue to do it like as if you were crazy, but over time the dog is gonna put the pieces together, and you'll see how it works and almost feel like a command, but it's not a command. The expectation of the command is not there. Okay, and then the next category will be commands, and that's the one that I have the most issue with, because there's a lot of expectation whenever we do use commands, and that creates a lot of conflict. At the same time, I also know that commands are somewhat misunderstood, especially when it comes to recall or the calm command. I don't think that everybody knows how to train a bulletproof command, and I feel like everybody feels like they have done it. So that's why I have a lot of issues with commands. there's a lot of conflict involved into them, and not enough knowledge about how to train them properly. Training commands is hard. It's hard, and not a lot of people has the devotion to make it happen. So I'll be wary of them if you're not like super passionate about training your dog properly. So that's why I try to lean towards the more organic way of communicating. Talking about communication, I do prefer body language. 100%. If you master that, you're golden. And if you have a good understanding of sounds and how you can bring the two elements together, trust me, your relationship with your pup will be perfect, and it's gonna feel like the dog can read your mind, and it's gonna be great. So I hope this information helps you to coach your dog to a better life. I'll see you next time.